Barry brings Flashes from all across the multiverse to see what they know about other forces like the Strength Force, but since they weren't familiar with anything besides the Speed Force, Barry decides to leave. However, later, while saving Trickster from other villains, Barry finds out that he is holding on to a big secret, but thanks to Commander Cold, who is a cop from the future trying to investigate the new forces, Trickster would manage to get away but somehow ends up swallowed into the ground, making Barry go through all his files to find him until he gets a call from Cold. And just as Cold tells him that Trickster should be here somewhere, Trickster emerges from the ground in an insanely girthy, veiny, and huge form, punching the two out. The two wake up to realize that Trickster has been hit with the Strength Force, as Cold suggests that this force comes from below, unlike the Speed Force. They then immediately head out to save the city from getting smashed down by Trickster, who was enjoying his new powers, as he then grabs them both, trying to crush them. But when the Flash vibrates himself out, the frequency throws off Trickster's connection to the Strength Force, which allows them to take him back to prison to run a test on him with Wolf. However, in return, Wolf wanted to lock Barry up right beside Trickster so that he can test his anti-speedster cell on him. And so after getting Trickster a bag to punch, Cold figures out that the Strength Force is based around gravity, but that it's unstable because it's refusing to bond with Trickster, meaning that it can kill him. And even though he was almost exploding with the ground under him ripping, Flash didn't want to give up on him, telling Cold not to kill him until the ground pulled him in, turning him into an absolute giant. Trickster thought that Barry wanted to steal his power and therefore began fighting him until Cold then decided that he wanted to kill them both. And so to save Trickster, Barry punches the ground, sending everyone flying, as he then states that this must be how Superman feels. He then explains to Cold that based on everything they know so far, the force can be controlled as long as there's an outlet. Flash therefore goes to fight him, essentially forcing the two of them to burn out their powers, causing the prison to explode. Barry instantly gets lighter while Trickster was slowly losing his powers while holding up the entire building to save his friends. Trickster tells Flash to forget about him, begging him to save his only family, but by the time Flash brought the last one out, Trickster fully lost his power, as he then heads back for him only to realize that he was too late.